We are live. Hello, people. How's it going? Happy 8 p.m. Um, why, why is there laughter in the background? Okay, so peoples. Um, today's conversation we are talking about working hard feels good. So that's the topic of today. Why is that the topic today? Because today was a work hard day and it feels good. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about I don't know, resilience. Let's talk about getting things done and feeling good about it. Hello, peoples. Oh my goodness, nice. I see Llama Talk is on. I want to. I'm pointing that out specifically for a reason. But Jared John, good to see you on. Llama Talk. We got Isaac slash. Wait, is that Isaac or is that Jared? Are you on two channels? Is that possible? Um, Little Bear, good to see you on. Sam Beth, good to see you on. Game Master, good to see you on. Leo, good to see you on. It's always me. Welcome to the channel. First time I've seen that. Little Bear says, your hair. My hair. It's different, huh? Yeah, just got a haircut today. I was, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna stare at it too much. It's okay. Whatever. It is what it is. All right. So today was a good day. It was a very productive day for me. One of the most productive days I've ever had in the more recent in the in the more recent history of Richard's life. Um, I spent all of today just working, and it feels good. Like I guess in a way I crushed it for me. I crushed my expectations of what I had to do today. Um, I worked from 8 to 3 p.m. And once upon a time, I used to work really, really hard and like just constantly do work. And then I think in a way, with my life, I became a little bit more relaxed. So anyway, today was an interesting day. It was a good day. Today was a great day to just self-reflect and just remember what life was like to work hard. So I think the main message today is like when we work hard, I think it feels good. And not only does it feel good, but I think it feels really rewarding. And I think when we are in control and when we take responsibility of our lives, just like yesterday's message, it really just feels good. Like it feels like you could still do everything that you want to as long as you take responsibility of your life. Like do what's important. So, for example, let's say today, if I start off today by playing video games, would I feel good about today? I don't think I would. I would feel like I wasn't being responsible. I feel like I was putting things off. The fact that I just started my day, did everything, now I feel like I have free time. I could do whatever I want. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing is like, I don't know, for me personally today gave me an opportunity for me to like just appreciate the work that I do even more. It just got me more on track. Like I felt really connected with why I do what I do, which is great. The whole you could say inspirational speaking stuff. Like I'm really excited to work on my presentation more, to work on my marketing, to work on my whatever branding, my video content, stuff like that. So just a lot of great things happening right now. Yeah. So I'm gonna share with you. I see your comments. I'll check out your comments in just a second. Um, I want to share with you, I guess, some of the thoughts that I've had. Hold on, one second. I want to hold on. I want to refresh this. My computer just decided to shut off, so I got to catch up. All right. So where do we go from here? Some things I learned. I appreciate like I guess I'm glad this whole kind of funk situation happened for me this past week where I fell into like a slump. I kind of like lost like my purpose of life for a short amount of time, and then I feel back on track again, and it feels good. It definitely gives me a huge appreciation for what I do, and just like the freedom and flexibility that I have, because I realize most people, most adults, they work. They have normal hours. They work really hard. They work like 9 to 5, sometimes even longer. And I used to have a job where I used to work 12 to 18 hours every single day. It was very stressful. or maybe not stressful, but just really busy. Sometimes very stressful. But yeah, so I'm grateful for what I do, and it today inspired me to continue to work harder. So that's what I have. Working hard feels good. All right, let's get to your comments. Let's see this. It's always me says it's me, Makaya. Hey, good to see you on. Oh, I see. You changed your YouTube name. Awesome. Jared says happy Fortnite Friday. Yeah. Uh, Game Master says I got a win in Fortnite without trying. That's awesome. Way to go. Little Bear says roar. John says I'm so happy I finished a book today. Any tips on how to read faster? I read a 320 page book in 4 weeks. Awesome. Nice work. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask someone about that tip real quick. Base One says nice haircut. What you tell your barber to do, Richard? What I tell him to do. That's funny. What I told him to do actually, I told him to cut it a little bit shorter than usual. So, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes my barber, I mean, my hairstylist, like, I don't know. He does his own thing. And usually he leaves it a little bit too long. So this time, like, you know what, just cut it short, whatever. So there we go. Game Master says, we playing Fortnite today, Richard? Well, it is Fortnite Friday, so yes, well, let's play some Fortnite right after this. So anyone who's on right now who wants to play Fortnite after this, let's do it. Let's. I know Jared and Isaac is on right now. Game Master, that's 4. Although if there are new people, I do want to give priority to people who I've not played with before. Otherwise, I mean, Jared, Isaac, Game Master, you know, let's do it. Cool. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, John, let's go to your. Hold on. Let me consult the expert for a second to see if any tips for reading faster, because I can't say that's me. Hey, Shinpei.
Ah,
Question.
yeah. Come again.
Someone asked, how do you read faster?
How do you read faster?
Yeah, tips on reading faster.
Oh. Read. Don't read word per word.
Okay.
Like, practice training your eye looking at the whole paragraph. Another way is to just keep reading.
Nice. Okay, so.
But yeah, don't read word per word. Like,
yeah.
Read broadly. Understand the meaning.
Understand the meaning. Not word for word.
No.
Got it.
Just scan it.
Perfect. And then the other ones just keep reading.
Yeah.
Like practice.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Cool. We just consulted the expert. We have our advice now. So the question again was tips for how do you read faster. So I consulted the reading expert, Christine. Like she's an expert reader. Like she's very fast at reading. She reads nonstop every single day. Like reading is her life. Like she must read, otherwise she will die, type of thing. So her tips, she said, if you didn't hear what she said, don't read word for word. Read, like when you read the paragraph. And so like when you're reading text, try to, like, your eyes should be focusing on the paragraph. Another thing is when she says don't read word for word, it also means read for the context of the whole paragraph. Like try to understand, like it's not about reading word for word, it's about understanding the general concept of the paragraph. So it's a little bit like active reading, summarizing. And then the second tip that she gives is just read, meaning the more you read, the better you're going to get. Okay, so those are the 2 tips from the expert reader herself. I'm not the expert reader. I'm not that strong of a reader, if I'm being real. All right, hopefully that's supportive to you. Alrighty, let's see. Dawn of the day. Wow, long time no see. Good to see you back on. I tend to be shy in social situations and don't say much in conversations. Any tips to approaching social awkwardness? So one thing that I usually address, and if you want, you can look at I did a TEDx talk on this, which is called Embracing Awkwardness. So the concept is we all, as human beings, we all have awkwardness, and it's not about like shying away from the awkwardness. Like how you overcome the awkwardness is you actually you embrace it. You know, it's not pretending it's not there. It's just embrace it. Have fun with it, you know? If you feel awkward, talk about you feeling awkward, you know, and the more you play around with it, the more it becomes less awkward. It becomes awkward when we try to ignore the awkwardness. But once you address it, sure, maybe it's a little bit awkward at first, but then it becomes playful, it becomes fun. Okay, so that's one technique, is to just embrace awkwardness. That's my main thing. I would say I like that concept because it's like it gives us permission to just be free, and it gives us permission to just be awkward. Like just be yourself. So that's number one. Let's see other techniques. If you're shy in social situations, you don't say much in conversations, and you want to address the awkwardness. Um, yeah, nope. That's what I'm gonna say. Like that's really what it is. Like if I feel awkward in a social situation, I think the best way to break the ice, even though it feels a little bit awkward, is to literally just be like, man, I feel a little bit awkward here, but you know what? I'm just gonna go for it, or whatever it is. Like just be real, authentic, vulnerable, honest. You know, just be yourself. Be authentic. It's okay to be awkward. It really is. Like if you're trying too hard to fit in and not be awkward, I think that just makes it more awkward. So there we go. Hopefully that's helpful. Down the day, if you got more like questions around it, we'll dive deeper into it. Game Master says if people want to play, they can take my spot. Aw, yeah. Well, we'll see. It's weird because like I do want to play with, you know, other people, but hold on, let me say this. I want to play with you guys because you guys are awesome. But if there's new players, I want to play with the new players. But I don't know who else plays Fortnite here. So, yeah. Base One says, yo, Richard, my birthday is in 52 minutes. What's the best advice you would give to an 18-year-old kid who doesn't want to go to university, but also doesn't really know what to do in life? Thanks. Um, Base One, first of all, happy birthday. That's amazing. Happy 18th birthday. What is that? So we April 7th. That's awesome. What a cool age. I'm excited for you. Like I'm getting those goosebumps, or like, you know, like the butterfly feelings, like just thinking that you're turning 18. Like that's super cool. You know, I think that's like such a cool age. Hold on. Recently found your YouTube channel, dope content, man. Thank you very much, Base. So let's talk about that. Advice on someone who doesn't want to go to university, but also doesn't really know what to do in life. Okay, so you don't want to go to university, but you don't know what to do in life. Okay, so my question, some of the questions that I have, this isn't the most important question to ask, but I think it's a pretty important question to ask, which is, do you have financial aid? You know, do you have scholarships? Are you paying for college essentially? So like if you're paying for college and you don't want to go, if you're paying for university, like a ton of money, you don't want to go, you know, you don't understand where you're going, then that opens up more conversation. If you don't know what you want to do and your college is kind of paid for through financial aid, scholarships, stuff like that, then that could be a different conversation. Like, I think college is a good place to kind of explore and discover while you have it for free, or, you know, mostly covered, whatever it is. But if it's going to put you in debt, I think there might be some more different considerations there, depending on like how much in debt you really want to go into if you don't know why you're doing it. If you're going in debt, I would just say instead of going for university, I would go for college, like a community college or a cheaper college. Like in California, we have community college, then we have Cal State universities, which are kind of like in the middle, and then we have UCs, which is, you know, universities, University of California, which is more expensive than Cal State's. So, yeah. Anyway, let me get to your question, so I'm not beating around the bush here. Okay, this is honestly, based on like, that's a really challenging question to ask, like, or even for me to figure out. So if I were in your position, by the way, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. You don't need to follow me. This is just my opinion, and it might be completely different from what you want. Okay, so just be advised that. If I were in your position, knowing what I know today, if I'm 18 years old, I don't want to go to, if I didn't want to go to university, but I didn't know what I want to do with my life, what would I do? Knowing what I know today, if I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, if if I didn't know what I want to do with my life and college was free or close to free, I would just go to college. Why? Because that's going to give me a good foundation and I don't have to pay for the education. So that's number one. Um, if college was not covered and I didn't know what to do with my life and I had to pay for it, like it would give me debt, um, I would definitely, I don't think I would go to university because that's just a complete waste of money. Maybe do community college just so I have some sort of degree, or at least I'm continuing my education just in case. Because with community college, you could always transfer to university if in those 2 years you discover what you want to do. Um, or the other option, I would say, is really if I didn't know what I want to do, and I didn't want to go to school, I would take, like, let's say I'll take some time off. Let's say I'll take a year off, whatever it is, 6 months, and really get committed to taking the 6 months to just explore and discover what do I want to do with my life. I know you've had your whole entire life to figure it out up until now, but like really put in the time, dedicate amount of time, 6 months. This is what I'm going to do. Not 6 months of vacation, free time, play Fortnite for 6 months straight, but rather really get focused. What do I want to do with my life? This is like it's like you're being intentional with your time. Yes, you could have fun, but you want to discipline yourself to set certain hours to think about what do I want to do and think about the ideas, and then give yourself permission to actually pursue those things, those thoughts. Okay, so that's my advice. Let me know your thoughts, and anyone else who's on as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What would you do if you're an 18-year-old who doesn't want to go to university, but also doesn't know what to do in his or her life? Okay, love to hear from all of you. Alrighty. Yesterday says sharp haircut. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't think it's perfect. I don't know if you noticed this. There's like this. It looks like a little wavy line. Anyway, maybe it's the lighting. I don't care. Whatever. Life moves on. John says, I kind of meant reading faster as in reading a whole book in a limited time of days, like how to take less numbers of days to read a book. I think that supports. Oh, okay. Let's see. How do you read more in, wait, hold on, in fewer and less days? Whole book in limited time of days. Okay, so this also depends. Like, when you say read, do you mean physically read? Are you able to? Are you allowed to do audiobooks? So, one thing you could try. I don't know if you're open to this, but I don't know if this makes sense. But you could try audiobooks, and with audiobooks, you can do 1.5 times. You can do twice the speed, stuff like that. And I hear a hack for retaining information is reading it physically while listening to the audiobook at 2 times speed. I hear that's a strategy. Anyway, reading faster, whole book in limited time of days. How to take less, so fewer days to read a book. How do you take fewer days to read a book? I think I think it's a little bit of practice. Yeah, I'm trying to think about like what I know, my limited knowledge about reading and speed reading. I think it's just practice, like getting really focused, removing distractions, and just get really present with it. And another thing you could try is try reading out loud in your mind as you read through. That's another technique. Besides that, I would just YouTube how to read faster. That's what I got right now. Okay. All right. Little Bear says, "Hey Richard, I have one question. I know it's not what you are talking about, but how can you deal with people judging you? I tried ignoring them, but it's hard." Let's see. You don't have to answer this question, but I will. That's a great question. So how do we deal with people who are judging us? So, if you've seen my videos a lot of times I just say, like, really it's about not caring what other people think. It's about not letting other people's thoughts and opinions affect us. Now, do other people's thoughts and opinions affect us? Yes, they do. I think that's very human nature. So, excuse me 1 second. My nose. I feel like when I talk right now, like my nose gets stuffy. Okay. So how do you deal with people judging you? I think really, I'm going to stick to my point. Like, I'm trying to figure out other ways, strategies, but I still really think I'm a firm believer that the best way to, how do you deal with people judging you, is you learn to stop caring what other people think about you. Easier said than done, for sure, but keep making it a practice. It's not easy to do. It takes practice. It takes time. Um, so here's what I do. I know. Here. So Little Bear. I hope this is supportive. Um, Another way, like a quote that really helped me in stop caring for me to stop caring about what other people think about me, is that nothing is ever personal. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. I repeat this a lot of times, but I think this is probably the number one philosophy or thought that will help you stop caring about what other people think about you, and that is nothing is ever personal. So another way to phrase that is don't ever take anything personally, because nothing is ever personal. What that means is if someone judges you, if your mom says, "Hey, you're fat," or if a friend says, "You're ugly, you're stupid, I don't like you." If someone is judging you for eating, whatever it is, know that whatever that person is doing, if they're judging you, it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. Okay? So let's see, like for me, I even judge. I judge my girl, you know? But guess what? That's not just because I judge someone else, that doesn't mean that they're at fault. That's just a reflection of me and how I grew up. That's all that is. So if my girl feels judged, guess what? Number one, I got to improve myself. As a human being, as a partner, whatever, as a friend, doesn't matter. I got to improve myself so the other person feels more comfortable and less judged. And number two, if you feel judged, if you're that person feeling judged, then just keep in mind that nothing is ever personal. Like that's the number one trick right there. So okay, hopefully that helps. Nothing is ever personal. Just remember that, and you'll stop caring what people think about you. Like when I feel judged, because sometimes I feel judged, and then I take time to think about, all right, nothing is ever personal. That's right. Then I'm like, okay, I get it. It doesn't bother me anymore, or it doesn't bother me as much. So nothing is ever personal has helped me a lot. Hopefully that helps you. Let me know. Okay. Alrighty. I see your comments. I'm just gonna read them in order, just so I make sure I don't miss any. Boss Music, good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on. All right. Game Master says, "Hey Richard, any tips on how to work on public speaking?" Number one, practice. Straight up, just practice. That's like the number one tip right there. It's if you want to learn how to public speak, just practice. Another tip, let's see. I mean, there's so many different tips. I mean, you're younger, but there's this organization called Toastmasters, which is for people who are like 18 and above. You can visit if you're under 18. You just can't be a member until you're 18. But if you have the opportunity to, I highly recommend checking out Toastmasters Club. There's probably hundreds of Toastmasters wherever you live. I remember I was living up in LA, and I just searched Toastmasters nearby in like a 10-mile radius, and there was literally over 100 clubs in a 10-mile radius in Los Angeles. Of course, Los Angeles is a bigger city than most cities, but anyway, that's what I gotta say. Other tips on building up public speaking. For me, making YouTube videos. I made YouTube videos every single week. That really helped me with my public speaking. Watch YouTube videos. Follow people that you like. See what you like about how they speak, and then see what you don't like about how they speak. Like, for example, let's say me right now. Observe how I speak. Write down what you like about how I speak. Write down things that you don't like. I'll tell you right now, like, just off the top of my head, things that I like about myself, I'm very free flow. I talk authentically. These are positives. Things I don't like about the way I speak, I say a lot. I use filler words. Another thing that I could improve upon is that I'm oftentimes very monotone. I like very monotone. Like, this is my range. I don't go like, "Hey guys, how's it going? Oh my goodness, you have no idea what just happened today. Today was such an amazing day. like, so I could actually talk with a lot more energy like that. But like those are speaking public speaking techniques. I don't practice them a lot, and I get to. I really do. Especially being a professional speaker. So um, yeah, I get to do that a little bit more. But a huge part of me, like one thing for me, my style is I want to focus on being authentic over techniques. But anyway, there's a lot of different things you could work on. Other tips? Ah, goodness, Game Master. I almost want you to like check out a Toastmasters like handbook or something like that, because they break it down into different sections, and you could probably find this online. But like public speaking, there's several different categories you could work on, like many different. Some basics. Body language. Body language means hand gestures, posture. It means facial expressions. So hand gestures, right? Movement, your stance, everything like that. Okay. Vocal variety. Vocal variety goes into pitch, like highs and lows. Cadence, like talking really fast. Oh my goodness, do you see what happened there? Or talking very softly, So what else is there? Variances. It's been a while since I've done this, but so there's that. There's speaking with persuasion. There is you know using PowerPoint presentations. Like there's all these different techniques. So hopefully that's supportive. All right. Isaac says, this question is off topic. What kind of mic to use for Fortnite? So normally when I make YouTube videos, I use this mic right here. You see this? So this is a Audio Technica, was it 2100? ATR 2100. So this mic, you can buy it on like Amazon or something for like $75 or so. It's a really good quality mic, and I would say I've tested several mics out, and this $75 mic is, I think, in my opinion, just as good or maybe possibly even better. I'm gonna say just as good as some of the $150, $200 microphones out there. So that's my opinion on this mic. I think it's a great mic, and I love it. It's super lightweight. Yeah. So right now, just because of internet, I just use my Wi-Fi data. I do YouTube live videos off my iPhone just because it's easier. So it's not connected to my nice fancy mic. So there we go. Rush a lot. Good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on. All right. So Base One says, thanks, man. I don't really know what I'm doing. Just enjoying entrepreneur self-help books, digital marketing, photography, film, and DJing, and trying to build a personal brand. And nope, the government or my family. I don't play video games anymore, and I started to get back into weight training and starting distancing myself from time wasters, including my toxic friends. Also, so sorry to take up everyone's time. Just been really excited to catch a live stream. Based on that's perfectly okay. I love the question. Thanks for sharing where you're at, and super cool that you are getting really engaged with passion projects, and you're not wasting your time with time wasters. That's amazing. So good for you for doing that. And if you don't know what you do, it's funny that you say you don't know what you want to do, because you're already doing so many different things that are clearly things that you're passionate about. Entrepreneurship, you're diving into self-help books, you're doing digital marketing, photography, film, DJing. Okay, you're also trying to build a personal brand. That's perfect. So that is such a great start. You're already on track there. I think it's about digging deeper and like choose the one that most like inspires you, and see if you can make that. Just think about, can I make this a career? Is it possible that I make a business out of digital marketing or photography or film or DJing, or building a personal brand where I help other people? Pick the one that really resonates with you, and kind of just run with it. Test it out, try it out, see what potential there is over there. And if you want to talk about this more, we can talk about it more. I personally have I've gone into personal brand, speaking, stuff like that. I've done photography before. Digital marketing, I know a lot of people who've done the other ones. Self-help, I've done that too. Okay, so there we go. Alrighty, Onathox, good to see you on. Raskid, long time no see, good to see you on as well. Drummy, good to see you on as well. Goodness, we got a lot of good people on here. Empire, mind, body, soul. Good to see you on. When people judge me, I turn on selective hearing. Takes practice, but works. Also gain confidence in yourself. I like that. I agree with that. So if people are judging you, selective hearing, I think that's really important because look, we don't need to believe everything that people say to us. So if people are judging us and we know they're judging us and we know it's not true, like we don't need to listen to it. Just let it go. So don't put so much energy around what everyone else says. Yeah, good one. Jared says, any tips on keeping our rage at a limit? Like, if we're talking about like that anger, that frustration, how do you keep that at a limit? Mm, I think mindfulness is a huge thing. So if you notice yourself, getting frustrated, angry, stuff like that, um, mindfulness. I'll explain what that means in just a second. Mindfulness really helps. Mindfulness is just, it's pretty much what it is. It's awareness. It's recognizing, oh, I feel angry. And what happens is when you recognize you feel angry, then you can start controlling it. So let's say you start feeling angry, like, dang, I'm so pissed off, and you're like, goodness, like I'm so mad. So if you take 1 second, or like let's just say whenever you notice it, like, oh, hey, I'm angry right now, man, I feel so freaking angry. Like, what am I supposed to do? Once you recognize it, you're like, okay, now what do I need to do to calm it? So instead of focusing on the anger and what triggers you, what helps me is you could do things like take a deep breath. I know this sounds kind of cheesy, but I think it really works. So if I feel angry, I'll just be like, okay, chill, just take a breath. Okay, still feel angry. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Like just thinking about it, like for me, if I feel angry, upset, I tend to ask myself the question, why do I feel angry? Why do I feel upset? So I'm just gonna give an example of when I might feel angry. I'm gonna go with, what's interesting? Traffic. So a couple years ago, I let go. I stopped caring about traffic. Like if people cut me off, stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, cool. They're in a rush, whatever. Like I don't get angry. But I'll be real. Like recently, that part of me, that imperfection came back up. Where if people cut me off, or they're being jerks on the freeway, I get a little bit upset. And for me, I need to remind myself to just keep it chill. Just be like, okay, just breathe. It's okay. Cool. They cut me off. Cool. Whatever. Like, just don't make it a big deal. So, yeah, that's what I got. Let me know. Let me know other thoughts. I'm trying to think about other tips. How do you limit your rage, or if you get upset? Hopefully, I'm answering your question correctly. Yeah. Another thing. Okay, let's say we get frustrated at something. Another thing is to let go of expectations of a result. So I don't know. Let's just say you're playing Fortnite and you're trying to get victory royale, and it's not whatever. You're not getting what you want. Another thing is to stop being attached to the outcome. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you achieve your goal or not. Just like, okay, I didn't get it. I wanted it. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but it's okay. So let go of attachment to whatever you want. This thought that this is what you wanted, or maybe you felt like you deserve something, you didn't get it. It's okay. Just let it go. Okay. So that's what I have to say. Alrighty. That's it. Little Bear, you're welcome. John says, I have to go take a shower. I'll be back if you're still on, and if I remember. Awesome, John. I think John's already gone. That's cool. Raskin says, lately I've been really down. Sometimes I feel like I let myself and others down. Obviously that's not right, but I'm stuck. You feel? Raskin, I don't know if you've been on for the past couple days. I don't think I've seen you, but I was having a pretty off couple days earlier this week, maybe about like 4 or 5 days ago. I was pretty down and like really lost with my life. So I could definitely relate with that. And for any of you, any of my friends here who feel a little bit stuck with their lives at certain points, or if now, just know it's okay. We're human beings. We all go through those phases or seasons or little parts of our life where we feel stuck. Sometimes short, sometimes long. And Either way, it's perfectly okay. Just keep going, keep moving forward. Yeah. Alrighty. Carson Rivers, good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on. Cuddles for the win. Heyo, good to see you on. And let's see. Sweaty, is it Sweaty Gaming? Um, Sweaty Gaming says, "Hey Richard, how can I improve study skills?" Um, let's see. I'm in year 10 and I have been studying harder than ever, but I'm not getting the results I really want, and it gets me upset. What can I do to improve? These are great questions. So, first of all, I understand that frustration. I'm going to share with you a quick story. Some of you might have heard this one, but I haven't shared it in a while. So, when I was in grade 11, I wasn't doing very well in especially one of my classes. I think I was getting like a D in it at the time, maybe an F, and I wanted to prove to myself that I could do really well. So I'm like, you know what? It's all about just working really hard, studying hard. So I spent 16 hours studying for one chapter test. There are dozens, there are at least 20 different chapters in this book. Just one chapter test, 16 hours. Studied. I'm like, I got this, I got this. I wasn't 100% clear on it, but I was clear enough that I felt like I have to get an A on this. Like, I studied 16 hours. Um, I get my test result back, and I got a C on it. My girlfriend at the time, she studied for 1 hour the day of the exam. She crammed it, studied for 1 hour. She got a B on the exam. I was so frustrated. I was just like, I'm so stupid. This is pointless. Everything like that. So my point is, sometimes we study really hard and we don't get the result that we want, and that's life. That doesn't mean we should give up and not study. I think we should continue doing our best, just like you are, Sweaty Gaming. So, if you're studying harder, great. Be proud of yourself that you're studying harder. If you're not getting the result that you want, it's okay. That's number one. Okay, let's talk about study techniques now. Okay, number one, the reason why I share with you this whole example is because I think self forgiveness is part of getting better results. If you keep being so hard on yourself and putting so much pressure on yourself, I think that really will affect your GPA and your grades, because you keep beating yourself up and then you start believing that you're not capable. So start with a positive mindset. That's number one. Okay. Number two, let's talk about study skills. Okay. So how do you improve study skills? Let's see. I would say the thing I would say is study smarter, not harder. Okay. So studying. Oh, actually, it's both. Study harder and smarter, but more importantly, study smarter, which means when you're reading something, let's say you have to understand a chapter on a test. My thing is like, study, not don't focus on how many hours you study. Focus on actually understanding what it means. So, I would say try to increase your focus. If you're reading something, pause, like take a little bit longer instead of trying to rush study. Take just a little moment longer to try to soak it in and fully understand, what does this mean? What does this chapter really mean? Instead of just rushing through it. Okay, so that's why I say increase your focus, and continue to study hard. What else? Study skills. Figure out, look for patterns. This takes time too, but look for patterns of when you do well, and what works well for you. So for me, in college, I personally discovered for myself study groups work really, really well for me. And it helps when other people teach me the content versus me trying to read, because back in the day, I was not a good reader, and today I can't say I'm that strong of a reader either. But yeah, find what strategy works best for you. Okay, hopefully that's supportive. Alrighty, let's see. Onathox says, Isaac says we always lose in Fortnite. That's okay. Onathox says, hey Richard, how does one balance being too nice and still project confidence and thick skin? Okay, so how do you balance being nice and also being confident and I guess like tough when you say thick skin? Okay, so first of all, I'm pretty sure I'm a nice guy. Like, I think that's the image that I give off. and internally that's who I am. Like I am a nice guy, you know, like I don't call myself a nice guy, but like I know I have a good heart. I know that I do care about people, so I have that nice guy person. Okay, how do you have confidence while being a nice guy? So um, I'm curious. So nice guy, nice guy. Okay, so here's I'll tell you kind of my own like the back end. I'll self assess myself. Okay, um, I'm not always confident, but I think I do have moments where I am confident. And I don't know, to you, sometimes I might appear that I'm confident. So here's what I'll have to say about myself because I think I kind of cover most of this. Thick skin is something that I could work on. So how do I balance, or how do we balance in general? Number one, um, just be a decent human being. Be a decent human being. You know, be kind to people. Just be decent. That's how you cover how to be a nice guy. Okay, how do you have confidence? I think confidence comes from self esteem. It comes from knowing that you're good enough. Confidence comes from practice. It comes from um, like just being in alignment with who you truly want to be. So if you continue to practice whatever, so confidence is like a skill. Like the more you develop whatever skill that you're trying to get confident in, whether it's like, you know, socially, it could be a certain game, it could be a certain hobby. Like confidence comes from practice. Okay, so keep practicing it. Okay, that's number two. How do you have thick skin? I think how you have thick skin is the only way you get thick skin, in my opinion, is you go through the pain. That's it. You build. You gotta earn your stripes. You know, if you want thick skin, you gotta earn it. That's what I have to say. Like even for me, I'm not gonna lie. Life has given me some challenges, and I have grown thick skin that way. But in many ways, life has given me too many blessings. I've been way too privileged in my life, and I think in a way that's held me back from having as thick of skin that I want. But that's also, don't let that be an excuse, because that could be such an easy excuse for not having thick skin. We can create our own thick skin by pushing ourselves, which is called grit, resilience, perseverance. Okay, so if you want thick skin, push yourself. Push yourself to become a better person. You know, put in as there's a motivational speaker, Josh Sundquist. He's a popular YouTuber as well. His quote is 1MT, 1MT, which is one more thing, one more time. The thing is, his thing is do one more thing, one more time. So if you're tired, if you're let's say you're studying, and you say you're gonna study for an hour, guess what? Push yourself to study for an hour in 10 minutes. If you're exercising, you know, you say you're gonna run 1 mile, go run for a mile and a quarter. You know, do one more thing, one more time. Push, build up that resilience, and that's gonna help you have thicker skin. Okay, hope that was helpful. Alrighty, yesterday says, when identifying your strengths, are you supposed to choose things that you think you are good at, or things you've tried and have good results with? Ooh, that's a good question. Things that you think you're good at, or results, strengths. Again, that's such a good question. I think it's a combination of both. I think knowing your strengths, it comes from a combination of what you believe are your strengths and your results as well. Because if you're getting results, if you're getting, let me clarify that. If you're getting consistent results, that probably means you're good at whatever this is. Okay, and if you think you're good at something, I think that's a little bit more subjective, but I think there is value in it as well. Okay, but at the end of the day, if you want to know where your strengths really are, consistent results. If you have consistent results, that I think it will trump everything in terms of strengths. So that's a great question. Love it. Mackenzie, good to see you on. Good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on again. Boss Music says goodbye. Jacinta, good to see you on. Thank you for the compliments. How have I been? I've been great. Today was a wonderful day, very, very productive. I pushed myself today, and it was a fun day of work, but I pushed myself a little bit farther than I wanted to. I was tired. I was like, oh my goodness, I just want to stop working. But then like I got to keep going. Like right now it's grind time, so let's just do it. So it feels good, you know. I don't always. I'm continuing to work on my perseverance and yeah, that resilience. So feels good. All right, let's see. Boss Music says we all make mistakes. It's okay. Uh, some stuff about Jesus. Sorry, I'm not gonna get too into it, just because I don't want to make this too much of a religious conversation. Um, Little Bear says, to be honest, this may sound ridiculous, but almost everything is very hard for me. School, family, friends, and emotions. I feel like my friends. Hold on. Oop. Uh oh. Where do we go? Pretend they like who I am. Got it. Okay. So everything's challenging for you: school, family, friends, emotions, and your friends pretend. You feel like your friends pretend to like you. You know. Okay. Ooh. Oh, Little Bear gotta go. All right. So, Little Bear, before you go, if you haven't hopped off already, my quick thought to you is just keep pushing through. Things will get better. Okay. All storms will pass. All storms was it? All storms will pass. Exactly. Like, if you're going through a hard time, just know that if you keep pushing through, it'll get better. Okay. Alrighty. Mackenzie says, so what do you expect from your role as a motivational speaker over, let's say this next year? What do you expect from your role? I'm not clear exactly what that means. Uh, I'll read your ongoing comment, which is, do you know anyone else, or are you close to anyone else at your job? If your motivational speaking is a job, yes, it is. Do you have anything in common? Have you learned anything from them? Okay. So first of all, yes, I do have. I have a lot of motivational speaker friends. Yes, yes, and have I learned stuff with them? Absolutely. Like they are such a wealth of information. It's amazing to see other people present. There are other speakers that I consider like people that I look up to. That I'm like, oh my goodness, like you're really good. Like I want to learn how to be like you. People who are younger than me, who I believe are better speakers. Um, you know, they put in the work. They've been doing this even longer than I have, even though they're younger than me. So a lot of respect and lots to learn from other people. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to your question. What do you expect from your role as a motivational speaker over the next year? So what do I expect from my role? There's several ways to look at this question. Like, how do I see, kind of my journey as a motivational speaker? In that sense, like right now, I'm working hard to book more speaking gigs. So, especially for next year fall. So next year fall, I think that's going to be a really nice season for me to really get involved, speaking more schools, and for me that means like really getting like even more serious about like crafting my message, getting really present, like really making an impact, and I think that's going to feel really good there. Another thing is like I feel like the more I speak, the more of a kind of like a responsibility I have to really, I guess, like show up to improve myself as a person and my presentation. So I'm making as much of an impact as possible in people's lives. So that's kind of what I expect as in my role over the next year. And yeah, it's like the more times I get hired to speak, the more of a responsibility I have to grow myself. That's the summary. Okay, let's see. I want to answer the second part of your question. Anything in common? Yes, I definitely have a ton of things in common with my motivational speaker friends. There are different kinds of motivational speaker friends. Different industries, different messages, different styles, and I have friends who I relate with a lot because as a motivational speaker, we're just human beings as well. All of us are just human beings. So we all go through our challenges. Sometimes, I'll talk to my motivational speaker friends. Hey, like, I'm going through my own challenge. Like, what do you do when you get stuck like this? Because, people sometimes think as a motivational speaker, you kind of have your life together, which is not the case. We're human beings. But we gotta hustle. We gotta not just hustle, but we have to like we have to keep fighting. We gotta keep pushing to be the best that we can, so we can show up and make a difference in people's lives, stuff like that. Okay. Um, Other things I've learned from other motivational speaking friends, I've learned speaking technique. I've learned just more about the business side. I've learned um, the importance of practice, the importance of working hard, everything like that. So there's a lot that I've learned. Alrighty. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Okay, we are good. Isaac says, you're the most calm and nice person I've ever met. I don't know how you do it. Thanks, Isaac. I appreciate that. Um, Here's what I'll say. For anyone who's kind of curious, like, if you think that I'm a calm and a nice person, and if you're kind of curious, like, how I do it or how Richard became Richard, let's see. So I'll say part of the reason I am the way I am right now is because one, it's personality. And what I'll say, action wise, with my personality is growing up. I think part of the reason why I'm so calm, or how, your perception of calm or my perception of calm, is because I spend a lot of time reflecting internally. So externally, you don't see a lot of action. You just see calm. So what happens is, like, if like very very rarely get like upset and start yelling and stuff like that. Like, I don't scream at people like that. That's just, it's not me. Why? Because what happens is, like, if I get angry, I go internal. I don't go external. I go internal. So if I get upset, I go internal and I process information. That's just how my brain works. And I've also created a habit of it. So I think that's part of my calm. Being nice, I think for me, again, a lot of it is personality. A lot of it is small little habits that started when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to be a very shy kid. I used to be like, I would do nice things, but I feel kind of like shy, guilty. Like, should I hold the door open for someone? Do I need to be nice? I feel like I should, because that's what society tells me to do. So part of being a nice person was, honestly, as a kid, I think there's a lot of different factors. One is kind of like, this is what I was told to do, by society, is to be a nice person, even whether or not I felt like doing it. And just by the action of being nice, even if I didn't know why I was doing it, that eventually led me to just, today it's more natural. If I hold the door open for someone, it's nice, or it's more natural. Anyway, that's like such a silly small example, but hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so there we go. Wolfie says, what would you be doing if you weren't at your current job? Ooh, interesting. I just had this thought, like literally a couple days ago. And I was thinking, if I was not a speaker, what would I be doing? So the most recent thought I was thinking was, I think possibly I might be a teacher, like an educator. Honestly, probably teaching leadership or student activities. Something school related. Another thing is, like, so I used to be a resident advisor, RA in college, which is like you're in charge of a freshman dorm of like 50 students. Another thing I could see myself doing is being a RD, or a resident director, which is like, a resident director is in charge of the dorms, and they're in charge of like the student leaders of the dorms too. So I see myself working with students is the main thing. So very, in a way, kind of similar to speaking. Yeah, goodness, y'all got lots of questions today, which is awesome. Alrighty, hey, where do we go? My goodness, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Let's do this. Goodness. All right. Whew. I can't believe it's already been 54 minutes. It's been a long stream, and you guys are asking lots of questions. We're gonna get through them. All right. So sorry. Again, heads up, if it's taking me a while to get your question, it's because I'm going through it in order, and I see a lot of comments, like ton of comments. Okay. So I'm gonna be very brief. We're gonna get through every single comment right now. Okay. We're gonna be really brief though. Okay. Ready, set, go. On flex. For I see from people like that, they show manners are polite. Okay, makes sense. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna respond to everything, but I'll read everything just to make sure that we don't miss anything. If you're to tell one person thank you for helping me become the person that I am today, who would it be and what did they do? Wow, goodness, what are these beautiful questions? Um, all right. If I were to say thank you to one person, who would it be and what did he do? I'm gonna go. Okay, first person that comes to my mind is my mom, because yes, I do say thank you to her, but I still take her for granted. So, I want to tell my mom thank you on the deepest level, like deeper than I even know, that I'm conscious of. I don't like she's done so much for me, and I honestly, like, I think I honestly think my mom is going to pass away, um, before I fully understand how much she's done for me. Like, it's just I don't get it. Like, I don't think I'll ever get it until, I don't know, maybe when I become a father or something. Like, I just know she's done so much. I don't get it. Okay, so there we go. Sweaty Gaming says, oh, okay, all right, cool. Oh, I see side conversations, which is cool. I'm gonna skip over side conversations for now. Okay, just for the interest in time. Wolfie says, if you were to start a company from scratch, what values would you build on it? How are you coming up with all these good questions? Okay, so if I were to start a company from scratch, the values I would build on it, authenticity. Let's see. I want to say like connection, just vulnerability, connection, transparency. Other values I would build on a company, like integrity, like trust, just like human, like heart. Other values. Yeah, connection, vulnerability, trust, authenticity, and just human connection. I'd say those are the values I would build my company on, because like, I think business should not be here for money. Business should be here, to connect with other human beings, and yes, to make a living. But like, really, it should be about humans. Like, there we go. That's what I got. Alrighty. What kind of impact do you believe you have on people? What impact do I have on people? Good question. I don't know the full impact that I have on people. What I do know is I do as much as I can to, just share my message, and I leave it up to everyone else, whoever hears my message, to make the difference in their own lives, in the lives of other people. But the impact that I do believe I have on other people is I help people to just reframe the story that they have in their mind, to plant the seed that, one, they're good enough, that they are capable of accomplishing whatever they want to, and to know that they don't need to compare their lives with anyone else's, that they can create their own legacies. They don't need to compare themselves with their peers or their brother or sister, and they can just create their own life, okay, and just be happy with that. So that's the impact that I think I'm creating. What characteristics do I most admire in other people? Honesty. Let's see, vulnerability. Other characteristics, and just, I guess, heart. People have heart, vulnerability, and what was the other one? Something like authenticity, something like that. Yeah, so very like heart-centered ones. Let's see. And oh, what's the other one? People who are integrous, meaning like, they have integrity. Like, if they say they're gonna do something, they do it. So that's a good one too. If you could change one thing about how you were raised as a child, what would it be? Goodness, like, I love this. So full of great questions. Okay, if there's one thing I could change about how I was raised as a child, what would it be? This is a little bit of a cheat answer, but I'm gonna say nothing. The reason for that is because I think it doesn't matter how we are raised. What matters are the decisions that we choose to make. Okay? So if there's something I don't like about how I was raised, guess what? I have the power to change it. You have the power to change how the decisions that you make in your life. Okay? So that's what I have to say there. Thank you for the amazing questions, Mackenzie. Raskid. Raskid says, as far as excelling in school, ask your teachers. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Cool. How do you act when you're stressed out? How do I act when I'm stressed out? When I'm stressed out, I think I tend to kind of turtle up, and I become shy. I kind of hide a little bit. Hold on. When I'm stressed out, yeah, when I'm stressed out, I get overwhelmed, and I kind of want to escape like reality sometimes. What else? Sometimes I shut down. Yeah, so that's how I act when I'm shy, when I'm stressed out. And then when it's crunch time, it's like another thing that I do. I have pros and cons for when I get stressed out. The con when I get stressed out is I shut down. The pro is sometimes when I get stressed out and I get placed into a very very stressful situation. What I'm able to do is I'm able to actually stay calm. So like imagine all this chaos. Like if this screen was life and this was stress, like Richard in the middle would just be like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? You know, like I sometimes I have the ability to just stay calm and be like, okay, all right, so all this chaos, you know, there's a bunch of fires going on right now. Okay, what do we need to do? If we want the best result, we got to do this. So like, that's sometimes I have that ability. Yeah. Nelly, good to see you on. Good to see you on. Good to see you on. Keely says, my communication skills very poor. I hate picking up the phone at work. I'm much better on in-person customer service. Nice. Let's see. Nelly says, are we playing Fortnite tonight? I might join if not already full. Nelly, I would like to play with you tonight because I mean, let's see here. Nelly, ooh, this is an interesting one. Well, let's see. So we got 5 people, myself included, who are down to play Fortnite tonight. 2 of them, Jared and Isaac. I love you guys, but I've played the most with you guys, so I'd rather play with some others. So Nelly and Game Master. Or we can, you know, whatever, you guys can play together too. Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Okay. We'll talk more on the Discord or actually on Fortnite. Okay. Right after this stream. Let's see. All right. Mackenzie says, what hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue? What hobby would I get into if time and money weren't an issue? If time or money weren't an issue. That's an interesting one. So the first thought that came into my mind was basketball. I already play basketball, which is cool. Honestly, another hobby. This is more of a guilty pleasure. Like I remember back in the day, I'm like, I wish I could just have like 2 Richards. One Richard to be productive, the other Richard to enjoy the like just casual life. And honestly, it would be probably playing League of Legends. I think that would be a fun thing. I don't know if I 100% agree with it. It's just, I know that's a thought I had in the past, and maybe that's a part of me still. Anyway, that's what I have to say. What job would you be terrible at? Whew, goodness. The first thought I had was sales, like a sales job, because when I did sales when I was younger, I was really bad at it. What's funny is I'm doing sales today because I have to sell my speaking, meaning like even, yeah. Anyway, I don't think I'm that bad at it. Like, can I be better? Absolutely. Like, absolutely times 20. But am I terrible at it? I don't think so, because I believe in my product. Like, I know the service I'm providing. But going back to what job would I be terrible at? Let's see. I'm just gonna go sales in general, like typical sales job. Like if I had to sell something that in a product I didn't believe in, I would be so bad at it because I'm like, I don't believe in it. I don't know how to sell it. So that's what I have to say. Let's see. Keely says, and people say that I never talk in groups, but when I try to speak up, I'm being ignored. So most if the time I would just sit quietly. Okay, I got it. Thanks for sharing that. Um, let's see. Let's see. What skill would you like to master? I would say the skill of right now it'd be the skill of discipline. The skill of discipline. Oh, that's what I'll say. Skill discipline. Yep. Okay. Keely says, "Do you think communication courses really help with your speaking skills? I'm very hesitant to take the class. It's a graduation requirement, but I'm super nervous about it. Always a shy person." I'm going to say that really depends on your communication teacher, your professor, whoever. Um, I think if the professor teacher is really like passionate about communication, then you'll learn something. But if not, then it's just like they're just whatever reading out of a textbook how to teach on communication. If they're just doing that, I don't think you're gonna learn much. So it depends on the professor. Um, I have encountered professors who like are really passionate about how to be a better communicator, and that's awesome. And let's see. I mean, I've had teachers who are not that passionate, and like, what are you gonna learn if they don't know what they're talking about? But my guess, I mean, check rate my professor, ratemyteacher.com, whatever it is, for reviews on whatever professor, and overall, I would say you're more likely. I think it'll be beneficial. Um, my main thing is like if you want to learn how to be a better public speaker, join Toastmasters. That's my uh, biggest advice to anyone. Join Toastmasters. It's free to go to meetings as a guest, and chances are there's a Toastmasters nearby where you live because it's a international organization. Yeah. Alrighty. Um, let's see how close we are. Okay, it's growing smaller. Nice. I'm talking about the comments list. We're almost there. Almost there. All right. What are some small things that make your day better? Small things that make my day better. Getting things done. Staying productive. Churros. I ate a churro today. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was cool. I was hanging out with my girl. We had dinner and we were driving home, and I'm like, "Hey, have you ever had a churro from like Costco before?" And she's like, "No, I've never had that before," because she's not from around here. And anyway, I'm like, Let's just go get a churro. Like Costco is pretty out of the way, like from where we were at, but like the fact that we just went on a random adventure just to get a $1 churro was like it was really fun. Like it made it meaningful. So those are small things that make my day better. But the biggest thing I would say is just being productive and exceeding my expectations of the work that I'm supposed to do. So just working really hard. Yeah. Double O F QT. Thank you for that comment. That'll be a good teacher. Wolfie. Okay, I'll buy Richard going to Dave & Buster's in LA. See you later. Hopefully you answer the questions I asked. I'll watch the stream later. Awesome. You probably won't see it, but I'll see you later. Let's see. Onathox is going. Okay. Oh, I have some time. So what could you give a 40-minute presentation on with absolutely no preparation? Goodness. So let's see. That's an awesome question. What can I give a 40-minute presentation about with absolutely no preparation? Self-esteem. Nice one. I think I'm pretty decent in improvising. So 40 minutes is a long time though. So I could do a 40-minute presentation about self-esteem. I could do one about like, I guess, what? Oof. I could do one about League of Legends. And what else? Self-esteem. What else? Memories. What else can I do? Do one on life lessons. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Thinking positively. Goodness, you're putting me on the spot here. I like it. Okay, self-esteem, League of Legends. That's what I got. Jared says, any tips on how to not get distracted easily in class? Pay attention. There we go. I love that answer. Um, how to not get distracted. Really, staying focused is, it's all about just staying focused. It's like, it's just you just being intentional about staying focused. Okay? So there we go. Um, Also, it's a practice. Okay, you gotta like discipline yourself to just stay focused. Staying focused in class is not an easy thing to do, but it's just practice. That's all I gotta say. All right. Hey Lisa, good to see you on. Yay. Alrighty. Sweaty gaming. Richard, if I tried my hardest this year in school than I ever have before, when do you think I would start seeing the result that I really want? I feel like I am unworthy. Um, so let me see. If you tried your hardest this year in school than you've ever had before, when do you think you'll start seeing results? Hmm. Okay, that's a tough question to answer because it's like sometimes the effort we put in, the results don't always come, and I don't know when the results will come. Um, it's it's a balance between working hard and working smart and like actually not just working hard but like taking time to understand what you're learning, because once you understand the actual content, the material that you're learning, then you'll start getting better. Second thing, again, by the way, don't feel bad, don't beat yourself up. You mentioned that you feel unworthy. That's a very natural emotion to feel. um, just know, I don't it's like a cycle. It's a negative spiral cycle where when you feel unworthy, when you start beating yourself up, what happens is when you beat yourself up, that usually affects your grades too. Like if you keep feeling like that you're unworthy, you don't deserve good grades, you don't believe you are capable or you're smart enough, like all these negative conversations, what happens is those negative conversations they're gonna weigh you down, and you're gonna keep getting bad grades. So part of it is like you have to, or you get to shift the conversation about you being stupid, unworthy, not capable. Okay, so uh, honestly, how you do that is by start saying affirmations. In my opinion, this is one technique, which is affirmations are positive things that you want to be. So, saying things like "I am smart," "I am capable," "I am worthy," even if you don't believe it. What happens is if you keep repeating these positive phrases over and over and over again, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm smart, I am smart, I am smart, I am capable, I am capable, I'm capable. If you keep repeating these every single day, what happens is those stories, those affirmations will replace the negative ones. Okay? Because your negative affirmations, your negative thoughts about you being unworthy, whatever, stupid, not capable, um, that is the story you're telling yourself now. And for however long you choose to hold those stories, um, you're going to keep believing that's who you are, and that's going to affect the grades that you have. Okay? So yeah, a lot of it is mindset. It's not just about working hard. It's also about changing your belief about yourself. Okay, but they go hand in hand. The results, working hard, as well as the beliefs. Beliefs, actions. Was it beliefs? This is something that I learned in training. But there's three. It's like a triangle. You have beliefs, you have actions, and you have results. I think, and they all feed off each other. Okay, so if you change your beliefs, that'll affect your actions and that'll affect your results. Okay, that's what I got. All right, alrighty, alrighty. Oh Nelly, goodness, I haven't played League in a while. I wanna, I wanna, I wanna play some League. On a Friday. Just to switch things up a little bit. But not, I don't have League installed right now. But I'm definitely down to play. Like maybe next week or so, or when I'm finished work. Raskid says, I appreciate you. Every time I join the stream, I feel like I've known forever, and I just love that. Oh, Raskid, thanks, brother. Yeah, I mean, you have been on here forever, right? Uh, but yeah, it's really cool. Yesterday was yesterday, Richard. A churro is just a fried dough with sugar. That's pretty funny how you made it so happy. It made you so happy. Yes, it was pretty good. Yeah. Um, Goodness gracious. Yeah. So talking about food and stuff like that, I typically, or my goal is to eat healthy. Obviously, a churro is not very healthy, but I think I try to balance. Like tomorrow, going for probably like a 5-6 mile run, hopefully. But yeah, so right now, like I'm balancing, enjoying good food, not every single day, but like, some days of the week, eating healthy some other days, exercise, just balance. Okay, I'm starting to lose my voice because we've been talking for an hour 15 minutes or something like that. Anyway, um, I'm happy to announce we are officially caught up with comments. Y'all are awesome. T. Broughton, good to see you on. Yes. All right. Sweaty Gaming says, thanks for that, Richard. I just sometimes feel dumb. If you know what I mean, yes, I 100% know what you mean. I really want to become more educated and smarter than I was before and just want to receive good results. Sweaty Gaming, like, I totally get it. I struggled a lot with my GPA and my grades growing up. I don't know if you know my story. I don't know how we met. I don't know if you went to one of my presentations, but I talk about how when I was in middle school, high school, I got B's, C's, D's, and F's. So I did really poorly. Then once I got into college, I started getting straight A's. And I think part of it was because I was in a different environment and I was able to start thinking for myself. But my point is, like, just know that it is very possible for you to improve your grades. And guess what? Like, I'm no miracle case. I'm not like some, impossible to obtain, going from bad grades to good grades success story. Like, I'm literally just a normal guy. So my point is, like, you can do it, and just be kind to yourself. I think that's step number one for you. Okay, be kind to yourself. Like, be okay. Like, accept yourself as you are, and you're not stupid. Okay, know that you're not stupid. You really aren't. Know that you are worthy, and know that you're capable. Okay, so you're smart, you're capable, you're worthy. I don't just say that. I really do mean that genuinely. I know I don't personally know you, but what I do know is that you are worthy, you're capable, and you are smart. Why? I'll break each one down. Again, I don't personally know you, but I don't know. It's like a combination of what I'm hearing from you. The fact that you can communicate to me in a clear way that tells me you're smart. But I believe we're all smart in our own different ways. Okay, so you have your intelligence. You are worthy because, like, you're a human being. Like, you are worthy. There's no part of you that should be unworthy. That's just negative self-talk. You are capable, meaning, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's exactly what it is. Like, you're capable. That's it. Like, I know you're capable because you're a human being. Like, you're capable too. It's just like, once you overcome this negative self-talk, like, life will get better. Your grades will get better too. Okay, so be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you're not doing as well as you want to. Just trust. Keep working hard and trust, because eventually you're going to start doing better. Okay, that's what I gotta say. All right, Jared says you should show us what you do on at the gym. So let's see. Right now, normally when I do at the gym, it's kind of hard to show. Like, I used to do a lot of weight machines. I used to have like a little cycle. So instead of like bench pressing, stuff like that, I do fixed machines. Like weights. What is it? Bicep curls, like this, whatever. And I have like this whole cycle that I used to do. I don't lift weights as much as I used to, but I do more cardio. So I play basketball. I try to play twice a week, and then I try to run at least twice a week too, like about 5 miles each time. So that's my current pattern that I'm working on right now. Yeah. Let's see. Raskin says, Richard, where can I find your Discord? I would love to join and patronage in Fortnite and League of Legends games. Raskin, yeah, you got it, man. So just letting anyone know, the Discord channel is linked in every single comment section. But here we go. Okay, that's the Discord. I just linked it in the comments right here. Feel free to join in right there. Okay. Sweaty Gaming says, "Thanks, Richard. That makes me happy. You're most welcome." That's just like, that's my truth that I want to share with you, and I believe that's the truth. So there we go. Okay. Nelly says, how you like the Discord, Richard? Also, I like all the chat channels you added. Awesome, dude. For anyone who doesn't know about Discord, like, I love our Discord channel. I really do. Like, I think it's so amazing. Um, I wish it was more active, meaning, I wish more people were participating in it. We have a lot of members. We have at least like 24, 25 members now, which is great, Um, but yeah, so we got a few people who actively engage regularly, maybe like 4 or 5 of us. But I love it. Like, it's such a organized way to just communicate. So um, yeah, if anything, like, I wish, like, I want to keep up this Discord, because I think it's such a great addition to our YouTube channel. It allows us to connect when we're not on this YouTube live stream. So if you're not part of our Discord, join it. For me, like, I leave my notifications on, so I see all your posts. For now, as long if it gets too spammy, then I'll disable some channels. But anyway, I like it. All right. Sweaty Gaming would love to talk to you sometime. I'm more than open to, especially for all of you, people who are on these live streams. Y'all are family, so we'd love to talk to you. If you want to schedule some time to hang out and just talk one-on-one, I'm very open to it. Just let me know, okay? Time is somewhat limited, but if you got some good conversations you want to talk about, let's do it. All right. So for anyone who's on right now who wants to play Fortnite right now, we are going to play some Fortnite. Okay, so you can either join us on Discord under the gaming sub channel, or you can just join us on Fortnite directly. My username is literally just my name, Richard KUO. I personally play on PC, but because we have cross-platform, we could pretty much play with any kind of console. Although I haven't played with anyone on Xbox yet. I don't know if we could do that yet. But PC, mobile, desktop, what else? Mac, doesn't matter. Okay. So we're gonna play right now. I know Jer, Isaac, Game Master, Nelly, and I think Raskin, and myself. So we got 6 players. Potentially want to play. So we'll figure it out. Just hop on and we'll see. I don't even know who's on right now. Okay. Okay. So Nelly's not gonna play right now. Game Master's here. Cool. Nelly says I'm playing League with one of my friends, and I'll definitely play another time. Cool. And Nelly, let's play some League some other time too. I'd love to. It's been a while, but yeah, that's my go-to game. Cool. All right, peoples. I'm gonna hop on. I'll be on Discord, and I'll be on whatchamacallit, Fortnite right now. Okay. Thanks for hopping on. Y'all are awesome. Yeah. Happy rest of spring break for some of you people. I think most of you people. Okay. I'll see you on Fortnite and Discord. Bye, peoples. One more time. There we go. There's our Discord. Join us. Bye-bye.